Well, welcome back to the final game of the day here for Gongmana 2023. On behalf of ULTI.TV, I bid you all a warm welcome. Welcome to Kiama at the Kiama Sports Ground. This final game, we'll see Edamame, Dearest. They're on screen at the moment. Saw them earlier today. They're going to be playing against Ganmana, the team featuring Alex Gan that's now here at Gongmana. And so we'll get underway with Ganmana playing in blue. Blakely going back to Gan. Beaudry, Gan, Blakely, now through hands. Woo. Oh, that's a reaching one for Daly. Across the face of the stack. Bit of ellipsis offense. Swinging the disc side to side. And then Dot Lee will hit boundary for the goal. So last game of the day, and points still on offer. Plenty to play for. Point on the board thus far. Ganmana on screen at the moment. They're on defense. Sam McGuckin has the disc. And at the moment, we're still missing some results, so maybe I'll come back to that idea. Eunice's Kindies, saw them early. They're on top. Best part, they're on top as well. Quitters, 2-0. Last time they entered the score. So, Ganmana and Edamame Dearest both in the middle of the pack. One win, one loss. So, Edamame Dearest on offense. Della finds Andrews. Well, that's relatively straightforward. Looks like Riley Wood. This is the last game of the day for these teams, just like it's the last game of the day for us. So it's going to take them a minute to maybe warm those legs back up. They had a fairly large break since 1:30. Mitchell with the disc. Throwed some serious throws. In the game that we witnessed, they went down to best part. But it was a fairly close affair. Oh, and Mitchell's given that a rip. If the edge stays, yeah, it's come down with some venom. So Blakely will play it as in. Speldevinder goes back to Blakely. Now Blakely just taking, maybe even creating an opportunity down the field to McGuckin, who dunks and spikes and dabs. Defender there looked at 6s and 7s. Never really had containment on McGuckin. Yeah, struggled to find the angle, really. And Sam McGuckin is a big dude, so hard to really get around him and find that good angle to make a play on the disc. A lot of what he does is directly intended not to allow you to do that. Molly Valancourt with a frisbee at the moment. She'll pull. Beats are cranking across the field from one hell of a speaker. Good pull. Gathered by Keys. And now Weir. Bit of a flood stack. Weir. Oh. The intercept is there. And so Gann sporting the Aviators through hands. Brandon Lamb is the one who gets the bookends. The assist goes the way of Molly Valancourt. Ganmana shoot out to an early lead. Lamb just coming off the mark of Rosie Dawson. Awareness by Lamb. Realising high stall situation, had the licence to be active on the mark. Moved away from the point of attack. So Edamame Dearest with some work to do. Mitchell. Matt Daly just doing enough to prevent the early movement to Weir, but, well, there's no stopping Weir for long. And now she finds it. Oh, she's gone the big old flick over the top. Throw by Weir to Andrews. Weir has brought the cannon. I think Weir did spot Andrews well out the back. There's the head turn. There. Spots him. He goes, yep. That's a Dave Andrews in far too much space. Doesn't matter who's covering him when he's have that much space and that much opportunity. Well, only a Gongmana, Asaka Latoya, who's not playing, is going to come on just to pull the disc, and then she'll jump off the field. It's them natural cleats. That's it, she's done. She's off. Oh, she pulled it out of bounds too. Whoops. A little bit guilty. Ganmana to the mascot of the team, Alex Gann. Now across Speldevinder. Boundary. Gann with the Aviators. Boundary again. Well, this one's bobbing. Oh, and Gann's going to have to do a little bit. Low center of gravity, very, very speedy. John O'Keefe has called the matchup. Oh, and that's just going to pop up. Very nice for Anushka Boundary. Ganmana continue. 4-2 the score. And this Ganmana team look pretty good. Smooth by Gann. And like a fresh breeze, Carl Faulkner rolls back into the commentary box.
Very much having me again.
That's all right, mate.
It's always an honour. Very exciting game so far.
What have you noticed out there, mate?
Well, Ganmana, self-centered team, but very good player running their offense. It's a very well put together unit. Hard to not admire some of the big names over there.
And there's Bill Foreman. Outside in, so Keys catches that on the full. Gives it a pump fake, so Daly switches off. And now Keys gets it back to Gray. Gray, he's going to throw that really hard.
Oh, what's the pole?
Jack Gray, just too much.
Trying to score a two-pointer. No good.
We've seen some dunks on the crossbar.
Oh yeah, good celebrations
to celebrate. Yep,
it is a. It's renowned as a celebratory tournament, isn't it? Get your practices in for split season.
So McGuckin walks the line. Oh, and that's a sharp one on the inside. Tex Blakely. Oh, he's thrown that. So close to it.
Give him it. Pay it. Oh, you've got to pay that.
Tex Blakely will give you nothing for free.
Wow.
You got the block, and that's all you're going to get. So Keys walks into that.
Wow. That is a great D from Deacon Scott. Wow. Gong's wonder child shines through. Unbelievable.
So Deacon Scott has nearly got himself a layout Callahan on Tex Blakely of all people.
Oh!
Yeah, his right foot was down.
Oh! That's as close as it gets. Oh.
So the right.
No, I'm still paying it. I'm still paying it to him. That's incredible.
You're a generous man, Wags. I should come to you to if I ever need to buy something.
Yeah, they're not asking me to game advisor any games.
Yeah, it's close enough. Anyway, so Edamame Dearest bring that back to 4-3. And
celebrity pull.
Osaka Latoya is going to again pull.
Wow. ACL intact. It's back.
Well, apparently it's not.
It's a few months away, but it's there. The ACL exists once again.
Which is good news, and we can't wait to see Osaka come back and play again.
Great rip too.
Blakely waits on it a little bit, and then Wu to the advantage of Blakely. Riley. Blakely. Likes not to go to the Beaudry, and instead throws it to Lamb.
Oh, the hammer?
Blakely. Every second pass at the moment. And that's Ganmana doing what they do. Ollie Speldevinter.
Very, very clinical.
So, Cal, I need to ask for your expert opinion. What are you doing to beat this Ganmana team?
Oh, it's a very good question. I think you just got to disrupt their flow somehow. Throw a bunch of different looks out there. Hopefully, in the chaos, they can't string together such nice offense. But don't know. Do you try zones? Try assassinating their big players like Gan? Big questions. Not sure if I've got the answer for you.
Well, you're the expert in this commentary, so I'm the play-by-play. I'm going to keep asking you these questions, and right, wrong, or otherwise, we're going to have a good chat about it.
It's true. I think
the assassination, that was one from the yesteryear when there was only one player on the team that could throw forehand. You'd assassinate
Take him out.
You'd assassinate that player. Put a close mark on them, and then just force forehand. Does the assassination still see play?
I think it does. At a lot of high-level Frisbee, it definitely gets used still. I'm not sure if you'd see it so much in a not as competitive tournament like Gongmana, but
because it feels a bit rough.
It does. It wouldn't be...
Uh-oh. We are, again.
Corks one.
That's
perfect. Wowee.
Kaya Weir has come to throw, and she has another dime by Kaya Weir.
I guess she's the answer. Kaya Weir, that's how you beat Ganmana. Give her the disc.
Yeah, Jack Gray.
What a shoot. That is such a nice put.
Bill Foreman looked back as if to say, I'm not sure what that was, but I had no play.
It's a very attractive look. Jack Gray streaking deep in those big, big pants.
They're almost happy pants, reminiscent of something that MC Hammer might wear.
Oh, good parachute pants. How do they make a size? They make a very, very tall man look not so tall, those pants. They're so impressive.
Copeland sporting that handlebar mustache. He looks on point. Like you could put him into like a 70s cop movie and he'd pull off the hard-nosed cop without much trouble whatsoever. That mustache.
So well with the glasses too.
It does, yeah.
What a fashionable player.
Sells it. We've got some dark clouds blowing in, so we may see some rain here in the next little bit. Speldevinder gets it going.
Big calls for O'Callaghan.
Brandon Lamb just creating some opportunities.
Oh, John
Keys
oh.
gets burnt by Gann.
I think that's the matchup to make, though. Mr. Keys on Gann. Close eyes on that one. That'll be a great matchup throughout the game.
Two of the great talents in Australian Ultimate there, Gann and Keys. Gann making a very dangerous cut, just going deep from a very shallow position in the field. You can see him just in the foreground there, nearly level with the disc when he makes that cut.
Great throw from McGuckin too. That's a lovely look.
So let's talk a little bit about you, Wags. How did you come to the game of Ultimate?
You know, it was actually through John O'Keys, would you believe? So I was an AFL player, and I decided I'd try to play with adults. No good. Snapped right in half. No more collarbone for me, so need another outlet. And Jono had just finished his New South Wales under-18s campaign, and my friend put up the live stream and looked pretty good. So we started throwing at school a bit, went to the local pickup and met Jono there, and he just got me hooked. Playing from there on pretty much. Now it's been my main sport.
And how long ago was that you?
That was 2018.
Yeah, right.
In about August or something like that.
5-6 years, and
yeah,
you've gone on to represent the Goies, the Goannas.
Yeah. Great campaign led by Jono once again. He's the puppet master.
I'm going to come back to that and ask you some more questions. Mitchell goes to Gray. And Gray now, oh, it's going to go the other way to Weir. Weir. That
too much mustard.
Would have required something very, very special. Weir, that two-way threat, has been throwing some dimes. And the service, though, in the other direction, not quite to the same quality as what she has mustered. So, Gann in the Aviators. Again. Now McGuckin. Fast movement. Daly. Oh, Valancourt lets that one go. And then speed kills. Andrews gets to it. Andrews picks it up and goes immediately to Weir.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a heavy hit. And she shrugs it off like nothing. And the Hucks are raining. Gann elevates. Bowtree. McGuckin in the corner. Too big to stop. Sam McGuckin, the train rolls on through. And 7-4. This game is engrossing at the moment. Now, Wags, this Goannas campaign, so for those at home, who are the Goannas?
So we're the under-24s men's team. That we're very lucky enough to go over to England via Paris and Belgium. When was that? June. We were we were over there. So July.
June of this year?
Yeah, June of this year.
And how did you go?
So we've finished our 8th, which is pretty good. I think our expectations were to finish a little higher than that, but so much fun over there. Like, just unbelievable talent everywhere.
And what was it like to play against, some of the best young men in the world?
Oh, it's just crazy. It's crazy that there's just so many people out there that are that good. Real eye-opener, and it just makes everyone elevate. Like, you just want to... There's no feeling quite like being in that bubble of that under-24s environment, coming out of it and just being so hungry for more Frisbee.
So being hungry for Frisbee, what's next for you?
Not sure. Just got to keep pushing, I guess. Didn't try out for any of the big teams this year.
So the Opens teams like Mundies or the Dingoes?
Yeah, didn't try out for them, but would love to be able to get there soon. That'd be the next big goal, I think. But got to be realistic. We might not be ready for that yet, but
well, if you're going to be at some stage, you're going to have to try. So I think that you're on the right path. Oh, and that's a throw. Is that in? Bobbin's going to celebrate. That's a goal. And that's halftime.
There you go.
So give us your insight into this game and what you've noticed so far this first half and how it's played out.
Well, obviously Ganmana just making the most of any opportunity they have on the disc. If they get a turn, they're very clinical. They've got up those breaks, and their throws are just perfect at the moment. Any deep look is kind of on the money every single time. And that is just a great throw from Daly there. I think somehow Edamame just going to have to get in their heads, disrupt the flow.
Okay. Well, there's the insight from Cal Faulkner, fresh off the under-24s men's campaign with the Goannas. And we're going to take a quick break. We're going to go to some highlights, and we'll be back with the second half of this final game of the day. Ganmana versus Edamame.
Three, two, one. Welcome to the machine. system shut down.
I think there was a game of keepy-ups happening with a soccer ball in the middle of the field. And we come back and...
Just so much talent. They can do it all.
Well, Lou, as a general rule, ultimate Frisbee players generally have a background in another sport. You've got your own story in that respect, and you know I used to play soccer many years ago. You know, a lot of these athletes, they started somewhere, and you can see half the tournament in the water. Teams that completed the 3 o'clock time slot. And now we are about to see the conclusion of this game. Cal Faulkner back with me for the second half, mate. Good to have you hanging around.
Happy to be here still. I'm here for the comeback of dreams. I think, hopefully no commentators curse, but Edamame, they're a second half team.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they bring it back secretly.
Well, so far it's a good narrative. Gray receives that breaking pass from Andrews.
Heavily taped boots. I believe the entire bottom of the shoe came off earlier today.
Delaminated.
Oh, good.
It was a little bit weird as he suddenly disappeared off the field. And some hijinks.
Cal Dungy with the spike on Matt Daly.
Clearly well known to each other. Who's got the best sense of humour that you run across?
Well, honestly, Cal Dungy would be up there. He is one of the strangest units you can come across, and he was hilarious on tour. He was just such a unique person. Just eats so much carrots. Just loves a carrot.
Okay.
Got a nickname Bugs in Tassie. For how much he can consume, it's pretty impressive.
Must have immaculate eyesight.
Oh, I think so. But there's a lot of funny people spread across both these teams. If we're looking down at Ganmana, Bill Foreman, again, one of the most fun and entertaining people going around. Can't give them too much praise though.
Oh, that's Paul. That's Paul. Sucker Latoyo again. Celebrity pulling for Edamame Dearest. And then makes her way off the field. And isolated split stack. Beaudry just going to go to Dot Lee. And Dorothy Lee. Wow. Bill Foreman just had to stand out of the way. And let the girls handle business. Anushka Beaudry.
That's a great throw. Really good read. Great grab. Wow.
What's your weapon of choice?
Well, I became infamous for some really, really ugly hammers back in the day. I couldn't really throw a flick, but I could throw it over my head. So I do like a hammer.
Common story. The biomechanics of a hammer is much like serving in tennis, which is a little bit easier to grasp than the wrist motion when in a forehand.
Didn't have the conventional shape of the hammer though. It was almost like a blade.
Okay.
A small angle.
Questionable utility then, by the sounds of it.
Definitely, especially when you're using them to dump at times. Definitely raised a lot of questions as to what the gong community was teaching me. But
what's ultimate like in the gong?
I think it's growing. Obviously, like we've got some very good players coming through. Obviously, hard to look past Mr. Keys and Kobe Ryan, but I think it's on the up. And despite Jono's departure, imminent, I think it will continue to grow. We just have to build up through the youth. We've got a lot of youth in high school playing now, so hopefully.
And what's the weekly Frisbee like? Do you play league?
Yeah, we've got a men's league and a Queen's league. We've got socials on a Wednesday. That's beach Frisbee. And then we have Monday night mini scrims. Very intense.
Oh, Jono Keys has just thrown a left-handed backhand. Interesting.
One have to ask Jono where the rest of it is.
A right-handed player, he normally would throw the flick there. Dungy involved in a conversation with McGuckin. He can't breathe for laughing. McGuckin doesn't look impressed at all.
No nonsense. Oh, it goes back.
Oh.
Did he throw the hat at him? Is that what happened? Oh, a little bump, maybe?
No, it's just a little bit of a coming together, and I think Dunky is calling on the initial contact. McGuckin not impressed. So Keys will get this back. And for those playing the home game, Keys made a left-handed pivot, so technically that's a travel.
Wow, cheat.
But I won't mention it, as Della has thrown it to Tupper, and Tupper had spent it before they'd caught it. And now fast to Bobbin.
Lovely grab.
Who bobs up at the right time. And that continues to stretch out this Ganmana lead in the final round here at Gongmana.
Seems to be running away with it now.
Had the opportunity to chat to Alex Gann before the game, and I did ask him about the name, and he shook his head. It sounds like he got stitched up by Dorothy Lee. Dorothy talking to Alex had said, do you want to put a team together? Alex, lovely young man that he is, said yes, of course. The team kind of came around, and then all of a sudden it was called Ganmana.
That's the story he's telling you.
I believe him.
He secretly loves it.
Alex Gann has quickly come to the fore in Australian Ultimate. Well, it feels like a meteoric rise. It was only yesteryear that there was this young up-and-comer called Alex Gann who'd started playing with Colony. And then all of a sudden he was in everything, doing everything. But if anything, I'm probably selling him short. The path to his current level of achievement has been many, many years. A lot of hard work.
Even had the honour of playing with Wollongong in the mixed season. Lucky man.
Team you were on as well?
Yeah. Fortunately, he did do his ankle and only played nationals, but still very good to have around. Lots of words of advice. Very good player. Very good.
Mitchell. He's just going to send it to Kiama, who... Yeah, right.
I said it in the previous game, and I'll say it again. Andy Mitchell's the best thrower in this country. The best talent to come out of Britain.
Big chops.
What a throw.
Well, Kiama near sideline, just working in space. Valancourt, honestly, defensively did a good job, but the reach of Mitchell combined with the wheels of Weir, that's a potent combination.
Bang. It is a very, very good combo. Oh, it's just so casual. Making it look easy.
What's your position of choice, Wax?
See, I really like being a receiver when the throwers are people like Andy Mitchell and John O'Keefe. It's very easy to just run deep and have them throw one at your chest. I like the challenge that handling presents, and I'm very much enjoying developing my game there, but I think truly deep down I'm a cutter, and I'll always be a cutter.
Beaudry takes this now to Lamb, sporting her own impressive pair of shin swingers. Now,
Huge.
Foreman to Lee.
Wow.
Bill Foreman.
When did he learn to do that?
I feel like he knows it. he's walking off like he knows it. And he's trying to be humble, but he knows that that's a pretty good throw. You'd be happy with that.
Wow.
Into double coverage. Just puts it on the spot where only Dorothy Lee was going to go get it.
God, those pants are something from Brenda. Wow. They're almost bigger than her.
I imagine that, we saw on the replay there the Bill Foreman shorts, which I won't call them Hoochie Boy shorts, but they're pretty close to it. If the shorts that Brandon Lamb is wearing right now, if Sam McGuckin put them on, they'd probably look like the shorts that Bill Foreman are wearing.
Probably say so. Showing off all that leg.
They might be Sam's shorts, and Brandon's picked them up and gone, yeah, this is an excellent pair of short longs for me.
I guess the Japanese team do like having their pants at that kind of length.
I think that leads us into a good question. Who is your favourite team to play from overseas?
Or
international team?
Well, Japan were really fun to play against.
And what made it fun?
I think just like their different style, how quick they are, their inside looks, they're just always breaking your mark. It doesn't matter what you try and do. Just so fast and athletic as well. Like, they're not the tallest team going around, but they're just so quick and athletic, and they can all throw, every single one of them. Yeah, they were pretty cool. Really like the Canadians as well. They had some very nice people over there. Yeah, I was going to go those two.
Oh, that pull. A little bit out of shape. So, a brick. Holly Reeve has decided to grace us with her presence, returning to the field of play. She's been chilling on the sideline for most of this game. She's having a great time out there, I think. Here's Holly. Yep, wow. Having a good time.
Delivered to her.
Yeah.
So lucky.
Della. What a legend. So now Reeve breaking the mark out to Mitchell. And then Mitchell has the cut of Dawson.
Oh, Wow.
And Lee over the top makes a hell of a competition of it. Dawson grabs it.
Now that's a great combo as well.
Now, you can see the stack set up very, very shallow, a long way over to the weak side of the field. Opens up the strong side.
And Mario going out of high.
So, Wags, if there was one lesson, right, that you learnt in your time in the Goeies camp and your time playing for Australia overseas, and if there was one lesson you had to kind of pass on to young players coming up through the ranks in Australia, what would it be?
I think it's just don't worry too much about the results and just
Hi, Mike.
give it a real hot crack when you're there. It's so much fun and you appreciate it so much once it's done. And you don't know, maybe that could be your last time doing it, could be the only time. So just make the most of it. Don't worry too much if you get beaten by, USA by a lot.
That happened to happen?
It might have. Yeah. Unfortunate to be our stream game, but
A big shout out to the viewers at home joining us on the stream. And I'm reliably informed that Gan started with bench. It was not Colony. I got that wrong.
poached away from an upcoming club.
Well, the irony was the bench was started as an anti. We're not just here to develop for Colony's benefit or John O'Keefe.
Wow.
Down the stretch to Reeve. Okay. Well, that's a throw.
That is a great throw.
Yeah, the irony of the Gan situation in that it started with bench, which was formed as a club that didn't want to be developing talent just for Colony.
And I'm all for that.
Ironically, developed possibly one of the greatest talents in this current generation of ultimate Frisbee players.
Yeah, you do hate to see that. They must be.
And a big thank you to Cron Hudson for the fact check there. Appreciate you helping me out. So this game is just starting to get away from Edamame, Dearest, 11-8. Been trading and...
Break there, though. Maybe this is the start of the break train. Maybe this is what Edamame need.
What's the secret to keeping a break train rolling?
It's just energy. Like, it's not super loud out there now, but, if all of the sideline really put effort into it, I think it's energy what keeps those things alive and gets into the heads of the opposition.
Anushka Beaudry to McGuckin. Beaudry in the middle of the field. Goes the hammer.
Oh, wow.
Lee elevates. Weir gets it and he's going to send it. McGuckin underneath it. Just doesn't get to Gray. Blakely wears the rub from Dave Andrews.
Oh,
We are
wow. Big bid.
getting horizontal. Lee, though, long hands. And this is a little bit streaky by Ganmana as Edamame, Dearest begin to bring a little bit more pressure. Valancourt, though, the quick flip up the sideline. That brings us to 12-8. With time ticking by. We are just always dangerous. It's a good thing that Dorothy Lee is quite tall. Only thing I think that helped her get that in front of Weir. Got another question for you, Wags. What was the hardest lesson to learn in your time with the campaign?
I'm not sure. Maybe just knowing that you can't win everything. You know, being humbled, I guess. I think that's probably the hardest lesson. You don't love finding out that you're only 8th best in the world, but I wouldn't want to be 8th best with anyone else.
It's a wonderfully wholesome message. Reeve. Keys, who has gotten a long way free. Andrews has worked into some space. Dawson. Edamame. Now Spears. Reeve. Gesturing hammer. Keys. Throws it. Over the top of Randall Lamb. The shin swingers don't help her there.
Weighing it down.
And another score. 12-9. Keys unlocking another defense.
Another goal for Deacon Scott. It looks like we'll get another celebrity pool as well.
There's been a string of them. As there's another player for Edamame Dearest who pulled and then promptly...
Yeah, Felix. Very unfortunate. He's done his ACL. So similar veins to Osaka.
There's Osaka there with the disc, ready to pull. It looks like looks like Kaiwea is trying to get the disc off her, but maybe not, in all seriousness. That one's out.
Walking off the field in zoom of shame as well. Oh, dearie me. She's taken herself off the pulling roster.
McGuckin. Comes in and gets us going straight away. Gets a travel called on him promptly.
Love to see it.
Bobbin. And McGuckin. Oh, to Beaudry. Anushka Beaudry. Got wheels. Got throws.
Dangerous combo.
Ganmana out to 13-9.
Very close to jumping that out too. Very good awareness to keep it in.
Tell me a cool drill. A drill that you enjoy.
Oh, I mean, shtick is just like the best game ever, isn't it? There's nothing can beat that. Also, hard to go past just classic 3-stack. Just unreal warm-up. You don't get the reps anywhere else like you do with 3-stack. And then when you go to the in-outs, oh, crazy. Crazy stuff.
3-stack. I'm assuming that's triangle drill.
Well, there is the triangle variation. That's a good one too, actually. I do like that.
3-stack. I know. I think I know the one you mean.
The line.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good one.
Pull from Jenny Wu. And now Weir goes to Shears. We are doing well to work in and then away. And then we are reaching too far. I think receiver there needed to grow wings. Maybe needed a Red Bull.
Maybe so.
Red Bull is supporting the tournament this weekend, sponsoring Gongmana for 2023. And
we are so grateful for it.
Again, oh, he's overthought it. Oh. And there's nearly been a calamity. Ganmana go with the quick movement. And now into the corner, Alex Gann. The namesake. Come back to it. Probably wise by Mitchell to pull out there as Jack Gray was also moving at a great rate of knots. Just means that now there's shifting assignments defensively all across the field, and it's Gann who's first to the end zone.
Something that I have found really effective in shutting down a player like Alex Gann is, well, for Gann specifically, is telling him there's bugs in his head and under his skin. It has been used throughout the last 2 men's seasons, employed by Gong, and it is a highly effective tactic. Doesn't like bugs. Doesn't like camping. Too many bugs.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Just walk by and make a little buzzing sound.
I think that in 2024 we may see, well, if Ganmana makes a return, we may see the formation of a super team, Bugmana, just to take down Alex Gann.
I'd love to see it. Everyone can wear big antennas and wings and 6 legs, and he'll be completely rattled. Out the game.
Holly Tupper bringing the disc back. Locates the brick mark. He goes to Gray. Dawson. Andrews. Copeland. Max it. And Ganmana going to take the disc. 14-9. Well, actually, the sideline scoreboard says 13-9, so we'll bring you an update about that. The game ends here. You know what happened? Oh, Beaudry.
Bang. Well, here's a quick way to finish it off.
As Wu. Dave Andrews. Though he's not done playing Frisbee for the day. He wants more ultimate disc. Copeland. Oh, Dungy goes fast off the hands of Dawson. It's a turnover. Blakely. Gann.
There he goes.
And now Gann just looking for Beaudry. Laces out by Alex Gann.
It's a lovely throw to cap the game off.
It looks like, yeah, that's going to be it. So we'll leave things there. Cal Faulkner, I'll ask you, mate. Any closing thoughts for the day? Anything you'd like to add? Any comments?
Oh, great day one. Really good. Very, very fun. So it looks like they're going out for another point.
Well, maybe.
Why not? Let the boys play. Yeah, great first day. Big fan of this Swiss draw format. Changing the game of Frisbee.
Well, for a long time, I've been trying to talk someone into doing a double elimination.
Oh. That's a nice idea.
So the double limb could be really good at somewhere like Nationals.
I like it.
But certainly here, Swiss draw.
Yeah.
It's throwing up some interesting matchups. The really good games you would expect would come tomorrow.
Very, very excited for them. I think everyone's looking forward to a really fun night as well. Cap off day one perfectly.
And where is the party?
Just across the road. You can almost see it in the foreground. We have obviously the caravan park, but I believe we're in one of the buildings just behind us as well. Bonus point underway. What a treat. We're spoiled, aren't we?
Definitely. We are. Now Reeve in space. Copeland goes out and Reeve's going to reach.
Bang!
Copeland
What a throw.
on the money by Holly Reeve.
Wow.
That is time cap.
Time cap. This will be... I'd love to watch Edamame somehow come back in this last... How long do they get? 10 minutes?
Yep. So technically, they need to finish this point and then add one.
After this one.
Ooh. Because remember, when the goal is caught, the next point begins.
Next point. Then it's add one.
And then it's add one. So we need to finish this and add one. But I think the rules of Ultimate have been loosely applied.
Not often you see a game to 16.
Well, and it's not often you'll see like 8 on the line. You know, there's not really strict adherence to the gender match rules with regards to how many of the male matching and how many of the female matching players. Like there's clearly some flexibility being utilised today. And I think it's added to the enjoyment of the tournament. You know, there's a great trophy on offer.
Absolutely.
The gong.
What a gong. And you can use it. Comes with its own little bashy thing.
Is that the technical term?
I believe so, yeah.
Right.
Deeply ingrained in the culture of the gong. And I believe it is, definitely the bashy thing.
So maybe the last point. We don't know. Find out with us. It's really just an adventure at this stage. Kyle Weir. Gann. Valancourt. And now the Guck. Lee. Back to Sam McGuckin. Valancourt goes the hammer.
Love to see it.
Lucky she did.
Wow.
Laces out again. Anushka Beaudry came to play. She's not messing around, and that is the game. 15 points. Ganmana win here in the final round. Edamame Dearest. They lose this one by 5 points. Not the end of the world, though, given that a 5-point loss is still 10 points for them.
A lot of points. A lot of points.
Would see them getting into some more competitive games tomorrow. Closing thoughts, Wags?
Great game. Very fortunate that we got that extra point. Yeah, really good. I think Ganmana might be the team to beat at the tourney. They're certainly showing it off so far. Edamame quite a good unit, but if they've been beaten by 5, it's looking good. Looking good for Ganmana.
Wow. On behalf of ULTI.TV, thank you, Cal Faulkner, for joining me on the commentary.
Thank you very much for having me.
My name is Daniel Clenton, and we're going to be back tomorrow. We'll start here bright and early. Make sure you save the stream, because we'll be back with the conclusion of Gongmana for 2023.
The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
ULTI.TV.